And we use this sorting with the result of sorting with bed forms. So different sorting mechanism for different flow regime, and for ripples and dunes, sorting at offset surface, grain flow and flow separation are recorded in strata. And for anti-dunes and static steps, breaking waves or hydraulic jumps makes an erosional surface and filled by suspension fallout, and that makes secondary structures. And there are some grain size changes in meandering river deposits other than contemporaneous sorting. So that at first, as I talked at the very beginning of the talk, the vertical finding upward pattern is lateral accretion of point bar, and inverse graded base in flat grain deposits at the last. The time variation of sediment is put in the flat grain. Okay. So we as the sorting phenomena is essential, very important for us. So I eagerly await the further development of models of mixed-size sediment and sorting effects. So thank you for your attention.
The floor is open for
Thank you very much for the nice talk. I have a question about the coursing upward sequence, the inverse sorting of one of your last slides. If you have first the deposition of mud and afterwards you have the deposition of sand, does it mean that there is a different source of mud and sand, or is the sand transported at a slower rate?
No, it's coming all together, but I skipped the movies, right? I just, this is a flood in Kamo River in Kyoto, and you can see the water is very dirty, and so it's a very large amount of sediment comes by this flooding flow, and the smaller mud particles very easy, very how can I say, but totally mixed and suspended. And so when the beginning of the rising phase of the water, the sand in the flow is not reach the surface of the water, and only the muddy fraction, finer fraction is flow over the bank. That's why we're thinking, that's why the finer mud deposit first. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting talk. Actually, I have two small questions. You mentioned you had a flume of 2 centimeters in width.
Yes.
Are you sure the flow is not laminar?
Yes, and at that.
Did you compute the Reynolds number?
Yeah, at that case, its flow is not laminar, it's turbulent flow.
Okay. And second, can you, after you see a cut in the strat, the deposited sediments, are you able to to go back and say these were the hydraulic conditions back that time? To reproduce hydraulic conditions based on what you see in the
experiment.
Yes.
Yes.
This would be very nice for hydrologists, I think.
Yes.
So, okay, thank you.
I was wondering what level of sorting you require in a model. So for example, Dow 3D already has some sorting, but not really on the bed load transport. It's pretty homogeneous. But you could put various sand fractions in, so you can have silt and clay. And what level of are you looking for an additional level on top of that?
Yeah, if you can make a model various kinds of mixture or sediments, it will be nice. I know it would be difficult. Now maybe 3 or 2.
I can show you some results tomorrow. I'll bring you a model.
Right.
Watch this. Oh.
Can you?
You weren't raising your hand when I was looking. She only raised you when you weren't.
I waited until you were no.
You only raise your hand when I'm not looking.
So when you mentioned toward the end that you were awaiting new sediment sorting models, and the type of thing that I'm looking at, it almost seems like it might be very subtle to resolve what's in the sediment sorting model and the sedimentary structures. And I'm wondering, I guess, what do you look at in the sedimentary structures beyond just like shapes of stuff? I mean, do you try to look at concentration, like spatial dependence of concentration variations of something like a mud fraction or a sand fraction or something like that, or do you just look at the shapes? So I'm trying to, to just put this in the context, I'm trying to understand if I sort of understood, maybe this model might, if I did more in this direction, I might be able to help someone who's looking at sedimentary structures like yourself. What would you need from me to do that? And so could it be something like spatially varying concentration of something?
Yes. Okay, I think I can understand your question, but so the grain size distribution will affect many points. If you have different finer fraction, sometimes dunes shape differ from each other. So if you can, if I can estimate the fine fraction from the shape of the dune, would be nice. It would be nice because maybe the shape of dunes might relate to the sediment transportation rate. Size and shape would be affect the transportation rate of sediment. So if you can see the sedimentary structures and get the idea what proportion of the fine fraction and coarse fraction would be very wonderful. And well, the other is so like turbidity currents, the fraction of the size would be affect how long can the turbidity currents travel along. So there are many information we will get any information if the mixture modeling develop more. And
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to announce to my student that he's saved, because if there was no last question, I was going to force you to ask the question. But it's okay, you don't have to. Leave this behind you to save you.
Sorry. I'm not a geologist at all, so I was wondering, when you pass from a sediment riverbed, from sediment river to rocks, which is a process I don't know anything, one can imagine that there are a number of disruptions which makes that what you see in a sediment bed is not conserved or is conserved. So I was wondering, how do you pass from the bed, unconsolidated kind of bed, okay, to rocks, and how come that features are conserved? It's
you mean
part of philosophical question, but from the bed to the rocks, I have no idea how it works.
Yes, that's a very good question. So it's
But it's a question of pressure or something like that. But
no, it's
no.
very good question. So we have always have that program. I mean, we can do the experiment to waveform moving and how the waveform makes the structure like I showed you, but it is a different program that deposit, how that deposit goes to rock. So there are many things we don't know yet. We don't know yet how the process, during the process to sediment to rock. So that is my answer, but is it answer for you?
lots of research.
My answer to the question. So yeah, there are many things we don't know yet about sediment to rock, so I cannot answer it right now.
Thank you.
Okay, I suspect it's time to conclude this session. I would Again, thank Dr. Yokokawa.
Thank you very much. I would also like to thank Anna for another wonderful talk. Thanks for your contribution to our show.